Hello and welcome back to second part of Alan Wake 2, the Lake House DLC. And things are getting tense with Estevez in the lake house, and we have encountered some weird species and weird abominations and something. But it's kind of getting scary. So I'm all for that, and I'm about to find out the mystery lurking within. So if you are excited, come join on the fun. Get along with the ride and see where that takes us. So yeah, with that said, let's get to it. Okay, yeah, so the last time I left off is in the sub-level 3 where
the elevator would stop moving.
but I wanted to go to the sub-level 2, but it sent me to sub-level 3, so I'm stuck here. Okay, my objective is find a way to get the key card and gun by exploring the facility. Okay. Yes, I stopped in this room in the previous video. Let's see what I can find. Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device ATD will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, non-para-utilitarian with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house position as a reference. 3. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing using pages in the content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content. Okay, so these are all the same. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. So they were doing some crazy experiments here, and one of them went wrong. Ooh. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the lake house will be divided into two distinct projects. Project X 10032 AW, codename Arbutus, will focus on studying the writing of Redacted with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project C 43210RL, codename Ramnus, will focus on studying Redacted and his work, with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Okay, oh.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself. Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Okay, let's go inside and see what's awaiting us.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
Project Arbutus. Initial findings report Edward Franklin
Just content for the experiment.
in New York, NY, currently resides in New York, NY, married to Tamitha Booker, no known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, W as of
had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped.
writer and director of 5 stage plays unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation author, playwright. Disclaimer: background investigation performed in very short amount of time as per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
In the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in,
Project
but the water
Arbutus.
could not flow.
Initial findings
It became
report
trapped,
R.E. Tamitha
stagnant, went bad.
Madison
The
Booker.
truth was controlled here.
Born in
The
Atlanta,
art was not
GA.
art, just content for the experiment.
Currently resides in New York. Married to Edward Franklin Booker. Known on Children Dependence. No prior criminal affiliations found. The three commercial
There was a
successful
crack
true
in the
crime
lake
books.
house.
First
The
publication
Marmonts
was
had
a
let the lake
poetry
in,
collection,
but the water could
unsuccessful.
not flow.
Confirmed artist.
It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is. As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
There was a crack in the lake house.
So the security clearance one keycard, so it's not gonna let me access.
Need a higher clearance keycard.
Or E-typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake, with the intent to use this particular brand for redacted and the ATDs, continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house result no useful information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Wake's house result refused to discuss. Redacted. Result no useful information. Checked all available online. Reviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake. Nothing. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter.
This keycard won't get me in.
Okay, I think I've missed a recording in the previous section. I think it was here. No, it's not here. Wait, where was it?
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake... controlled here. The art was not art. Experiment.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Research Agent of Wake manuscript. We have begun to find pages from manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake wherever he is writing this from get this information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC, and if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love, or animosity are theirs to control? So surely something was wrong with their relationship and that was affecting their work here. And I'm guessing partly this experiment went wrong because of that. Let's see what she has to say.
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Okay. I could not enter this. Oh no, pending.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower.
The fuck? Oh, I already have it. How about... What the fuck, dude?
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
Proceed through the special recurrence. I'll see if I have anything different.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative or calls his font.
Yeah, so I think this is all the same.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled.
Okay, let's proceed. Oh no.
Overlap rebounded on itself, compressing.
No. No. What the f?
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
This contrived overlap.
Okay, let's try that again.
Compressing, compounding,
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
for release.
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
Holy fuck.
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Okay, I think I found a loot box. I don't... Okay, there it is. I think there are other ones here. Okay. There are thousands of them here. It still says proceed through the special recurrence.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he?
Is it different this time?
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work.
Okay, let's see what enemies there is this time.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. Like here.
It's like a dark place.
What is that?
Is there a door that side?
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in.
There's a power source there.
Controllable shifting phenomenon.
Okay. So if I do that, oh, wait a second. Okay, that's weird.
Won't open without power.
Well, okay, this is... I know what I have to do. Okay, let's take this. To that section. Okay, now I can power this up. Oh no, that's pending again.
You again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you? You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ. It's fixated on the Marmonts. What?
I like to know about Alan. But oh well. What's this? Okay, let's go to -2.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Okay. Okay, so in the ground level there wasn't any effect of this threshold. In the sublevel 1 there was a bit. In the sublevel 3 there was a lot. So I wonder what happens on sublevel 5. It's gonna be something holding an observation. Okay, so I guess when the lockdown lifts up, these will be released. Oh. Okay. I can't go there. Clearly. And this one won't let
My
me.
keycard isn't high enough clearance.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Initial review, Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to Wake pages as we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow. We need him to watch Wake's style exactly. Not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Page ID. Okay. Assignment. Continue the story from page ID 002. Match the tone, style, and content of Alan Wake 002 as closely as possible. The crack was an original one, a line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain, heavy clouds hung low, weighted down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze scatter a corn hair. If sensing his gaze, she turned. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did he get here? They had been at the lab running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only noticed if you were looking for it. He felt like he had been seeing something like this before. But where? Jules? Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife. Okay, I'll come back to him later. But maybe I should do that first.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
Is the Booker.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
Okay, I don't know. Everything doesn't make any sense.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Shadow monsters represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Killer metaphor.
Okay. So they're here. Where should I go?
This is good stuff. The style's a little clipped, but I can work with that. Short, to the point, visceral metaphors, dark imagery.
I guess I cannot go through here.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Yeah. What about this? Okay, so I think
I wonder what happened here.
work order, wall removal and transport. Location sublevel 2 lens cell. Ordered by Marmont Jules, co-head of research. Work required. Southern wall to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency high. Tools required. It's not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. It is your job. Additional details important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it, saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Subject P had on a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He's frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it's completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Let's see what this got. Okay. Current situation. Subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he'll not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of redacted be introduced in the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance.
Anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump.
No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint.
This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
But they were forcing him to paint. So I wonder what happened to these staffs in this floor. Like they were
climate change, oppression, the disenfranchisement of immigrant minority populations. Lots of heavy themes in a dark sci-fi wrapper. Love it.
Elevator. We're shaded. Hope that glass is thick. How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Session on redacted. R342 designation black circular shape among yellow lines. Description: an uneven circle painted in the dark black in the back foreground, with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. IDRL1 description: a dark green tree pine standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. ID RL170 designation empty road in forest. Description: a dark gray across dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note: a small white shape in the road could be a wedge, could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are researching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. IDRL 524 designation yellow crescent shape on blank canvas. Description: a curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas, possibly a crescent moon or banana. Unfinished piece. Oh my god, dude. It's like 10 or 15. Okay, IDRL 2 to 4 designation. Red, yellow, and green circle. Description: 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black-gray, with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. 171. Designation: cityscape with blue-gray sky. Description: gray vertical shapes like the skyline of a city. In the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. 4-4. Designation: black void. Description: a deep black void covering the entire canvas with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. IDRL 345. Designation: large variety of black spirals. Description: a large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is a blank aside from the spirals. 205. Brown shape with horns. A brown shape vaguely triangular, with what are presumably horns extending from the shape, likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk. Black background. Yep, of course. Okay, so 426970 24 24171 444525. So what are the clues? So I guess okay, so I think this is the 6 digits. So I need to do the 2 numbers, like the 4224. Oh, so 4224 24444525. I can do some math. So the first page says 2. And then it says, and then the next page says, and then 444. It's a permutation and combination thing. Clues first before attempting to.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Okay, let's try 4 2 2 4 2 5 4 2 2 4 4 4 4 2 2 4 4 5 4 2 2 5 4 4 4 2 2 5 4 5. So 2 4 4 4 4 2 2 4 4 5 2 5. I don't know, maybe 3Ds are also required. Also, look for it. Just a minute. 169.170. One 7-1. Okay. So maybe the clues are here. Oh, there's another PC. Oh, computer password. Okay, so if this is another computer, what's the password for this one? The reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot, was a week from this Friday. Separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us living together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. So, week from this Friday. Oh, okay, so it shows so week from this Friday, so 22. So 22 is the date that changes every day. Oh, what? It's already open. I just found out what happened to Tricia. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns that man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We are fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they are getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Oh! Our anniversary is the base numbers, then black void. Okay, I get it. Yeah, the Marmots are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black void is 4-4, right? From the list of Lynn's paintings. I need to get in or this is gonna be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know that our anniversary is? Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown ship with horns. Love you. Today's password is the 14. I mentioned that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay, this is a lot of clues. So this is the 14 that's today, and this is also 14. So okay, today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary. Last brown ship with horns. Okay, so the anniversary is on 22nd, and 22nd, which was it again? So 22nd September. 22nd September or brown ship with horns. So 9, 2, 2, and the brown horn paintings. Which is the brown horn. Two five. 2225. Let's try that.
And there. Without HQ, more situations like this are gonna fall through the cracks.
Attention all staff. There is a significant amount of black rock missing from sub-level 5. I expect that there is a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now with the old house being closed. Okay, so Lopez to staff. Hello, please remember to lock your password before leaving your station for any amount of time.
I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
Safety concerns. Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I have collected a list of violations that I have personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmont are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Thank you. Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Howard to Kingston. Yeah. Mr. Kingston, I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the AS Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Tricia Howard, Senior Researcher. Okay. So before lifting that lockdown, I'll finally have to see whether I missed anything, because I won't be getting the chance after do that.
lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Locate your team on sub-level 1. Okay, so I can get to the experiment site on sub-level 5 because I cannot do that on my own. I need my team. So I have to locate my team on a sub-level 1 before going to the level 5. That's my prior objective. Before going to the taken, I have to save it. Okay, let's do this. Holy shit. ATD Lot 93 page 4. Dark trees, pond, shade, dim dark woods, shade, drab flashlight, scream. What the hell? Scream, breathing. Dark, scream the darkness of the dark inner darkness, well of darkness, like black dark arts of the darkness could hardly see. From the darkness, facing the darkness with dark intent. A dark knife glinted in the dark, dark like the dark eye of a dark raven, dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky. No moon, the moon had been eaten by the dark drank it, and the sun. A dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkness. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Page 10. The rot snail beamed. A wooden grain bent from the crowl. Egg mill, four forms in the glass and eyes and melt. A cracked page booked through from down in bark. I grew and longer with the lower dark sea. No one found. Egg mill heaven. Poured during out his chin when all skim in blue and then X vermilion. A day is a round flat across evening. The water murmurs in light bulb trees round the cat. The night glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks logs by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in panic mountain. I sucked reading those. I try to mimic these their voices. Okay, anything new here? Well, nothing here. Okay, before breaking the darkness down, I have to find something here. Or maybe there is nothing.
Patrolling the streets!
Too fast to see! Something in the well!
We watch
Okay, let's see if I can find any other ammos here.
I had a thought today, a possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias, or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Okay, I'll save. Okay, I'll save, stop it right here, and the next time I'm gonna be continuing with it. The main objective will be to find my team and then go to the sub-level 5. Okay, so I'm gonna be continuing this next time, and if you guys like this playthrough, consider liking and subscribing. Okay, and until then, peace.